Hello everybody, we're in Newtownards, and the first thing is we're going to get praise from Brian Wilson, Northern Ireland's only Green MLA.
Welcome to Newtownards, and I'm delighted to see you actually came on the bus. Obviously, you're cutting down the carbon footprint. I certainly support public transport. I use the train all the time, and I'm delighted to see you've come the whole way from Ballymena to Newtownards in public transport.
People are really destroying this place.
Oh, no, our state is.
What's your personal view about our campaign to rid the North of 500 million plastic bags a year?
Well, I mean, obviously I'm very much in favour. I've certainly been promoting this idea of putting a tax on plastic bags, but the Chancellor doesn't go along with it. But on the other hand, we could see what we can do in the Assembly, because obviously there is an opportunity there to take some positive action.
Could you go to that end of the room if you think the environment is very important for your future? Don't move yet. And if you think it's not important, could you go to that end of the room? So would one of you like to tell us about how this buddy system works?
Well, we'll have to look after the younger children and play games like skipping and stuff with them to keep them occupied.
Yeah, and whenever they fall and hurt themselves, we can bring them in and get them sorted out.
What would you teach your little charges about looking after the environment?
Not to litter, like if they drop something, pick it up and put it in the bin.
Mm-hmm.
Try to recycle as much as they can.
Mm-hmm.
And use their bins at their house, and use the bin in the school as well, and not to throw anything on the ground.
Can you go to that end of the room if you're prepared to do something to help the environment? And if you don't want to do anything to help the environment, stay there.
If you recycle glass in your house, you can go over towards the door. Newspapers, magazines, over here. If you recycle clothing, over here. So plastics are going to be over there. If you recycle all of those things, you can come and stand right in the middle because you're a star.
Recycle cans and bottles. Recycle plastic. Recycle clothing. Recycle paper. Recycle everything.
There's a lot of people who are very positive. If you actually encourage them and give them the opportunity to use reusable bags, they will take that opportunity.
I think the most important thing about the plastic bags is the education for the children, you know, in school. And we do in North Down Council, we do have an officer who goes out to the schools and encourages the children to go home to their parents and say, don't use the plastic bags, use the bags for life.
We thought we'd invite school children within the borough to design a picture to put to integrate into the livery, the new livery to go on the side of the lorries, and the message, you know, the picture had to, you know, be clear and portray a message that people would be able to recognise instantly whenever they've seen it. So Victoria here entered the competition, designed this picture that you see up here, and as you can see, the picture was integrated into our one of our recycling vehicles and is now on display in our lorry as it goes around and does its job, collecting the recyclables in the borough.
It makes me think of my mother and her mother before her, who actually didn't use the plastic bags, and unfortunately, you know, this is just the kind of society that is, and just shopping seems to be a hobby, and the plastic bags are part of that. So I stop shopping so much and stop using so many bags.
Daddy was talking about one day about the 3 R's he learned in school were reading, writing, arithmetic. So I decided to put that in, but only I changed the 3 R's to reduce, reuse, recycle.
It's important that we teach children to be well-rounded individuals, that they maximise their potential, and that involves the whole issue of the environment, the global warming, and all of those things is a very important issue.
I would like to present you with something that I was given in Dublin last weekend by Elizabeth Davidson, the Green candidate for the Dáil.
Let's have more bodies to look after the environment.
So this is a symbol of cooperation between the North and South to look after the environment. Smile into the camera.